Is Rao Bahadur the slow, laggy, overindulgent mess people claim it to be? Let's find out in this video. This is going to be spoiler free. We're going to start off with the acting performances. Satya Dev gives a career best performance. Every actor, even if they have only a few minutes of screen time, even seconds of screen time, they've done a fantastic job. I don't think there's a single person who's cast in this film who hasn't given their best that is possible in their role. You could tell from the trailers and teasers itself that Satya Dev is completely lost. You don't see him anywhere in the film. It's just Ramappa throughout the film. And I personally like the portions where he's older. I think he's so much more uh, he's so much more interesting to watch in the film. So technical aspects wise, I don't really have anything to like even talk about because they're just up here. They're excellent. They do not miss a beat. I do think something that people haven't spoken a lot about, funnily enough, is dialogues. The film actually has some really well written, very funny dialogues. Satyadev's slang in the film is really interesting to listen to. Everyone in the film, it's mostly all in Telugu. There's barely any English words used in the film. Coming to the screenplay of the film, I had no issues following it around. Some people might find it a little jarring, sort of, if they don't follow, if they're only into commercial films. I do have some issues with the film. I think it was indulgent in some parts. Some of the scenes, some of the songs in the film felt rather unnecessary, or they were a bit too long for what they're trying to convey. I think instead of allotting time for those, if they could have done a few more scenes in specific sections of the film, which would have, I think, fleshed out the characters more, fleshed out why those characters turn that way. I think had they done that, it would have been like a perfect film for me. But obviously, every film has a few flaws, and you can't really do anything about it. I also heard criticism that the first half is slower and the second half is what's engaging. Personally, I did not feel that way. I do agree that the flashback portions were a little sort of long, like it didn't need some of those things to be shown. It showed a lot of scenes that didn't really add much to the film. And I think had they trimmed that, I think the first half would be a little less bloated. But regardless, I didn't think the first half was like a snooze fest, or you had to like sit through it to get your reward at the end. I personally didn't think that was the case. There were some scenes that sort of built up interest. So that's my verdict on Ram Bahadur. I think it's a film. So that's my verdict on Did I keep saying Ram Bahadur throughout the video? If you're a fan of watching dramas, if you're a fan of watching characters, just sit there, talk with each other, develop situations. I think you'll really like it. Anyone who is into non-commercial films too, I would highly recommend you go check it out. I don't have a catchphrase yet. Bye.